Good morning, y'all. Michelle Gidger with Gidger Group Properties, and I'm here with Lance Hollingsworth today, GMFS, and we are talking about buyers and mortgages, home loans, and all that good stuff. So we're going to jump right in with a few questions, and hopefully the answers are helpful to you. And so let's jump right in, Lance.
Great.
Let's start with what is one of the biggest myths or misnomers, I guess, that buyers may have when getting a loan or looking for a loan or mortgage?
Well, by far, the biggest myth is everyone has to have 20% down. That's a call I get pretty much daily, that some people think they have to put 20% down, and really they do not. There's many programs where you can just put 5% down or even 0 down, depending on what your situation is.
Awesome.
So that
0%.
is by far the biggest. It's a question I get every day, like I said, and it is by far the biggest myth out there, for sure.
Okay, awesome. And what does one's credit score need to be for mortgage consideration these days?
Well, the lowest score you can have is 580. Now, obviously it limits you a little bit, but if you can increase your score a little bit, there's definitely opens up a lot of avenues for you for 0 down, better rates, stuff like that. But 580 is your starting point. I always tell everybody, just go ahead and put in an application, let your mortgage professional figure it out from there, can give you great information on how to increase your score quickly, things like that. So until you know exactly what your score is, I always say put your application in and let a mortgage professional go from there.
And you speak of application, what does that cost for someone to do?
Absolutely free. Just basically a 5-minute phone call where you get basic information, pull credit, and from there they can tell you exactly what you can be approved for, what your rate is, down payment if any, total costs, all that. It's really a 30-minute process.
So it's free. So
absolutely. Yeah.
Awesome. What do you find is the most popular loan product right now, and why?
Well, your most popular thing is just a regular conventional mortgage. That's what is done more than anything. But here locally in the greater Baton Rouge area with the flood last year and some disaster stuff going on, there are a lot of disaster relief loans where you really don't have to put anything down. Some conventional that you can just put 3% down. So really they can lower some credit score requirements for that. So it is a great loan product that very few people know about. Awesome.
So if someone's been affected by the flood and they need some help getting their house back together and need a loan, you guys can do it.
That's correct, but actually you don't even have to be affected by the flood. You just have to live in the general area. So in the greater Baton Rouge area, that's right. You can do these loans and you don't even have to be affected by the flood. Now some products require that you have been affected by the flood, but those are some of the 100%, but the 3% down, things like that, you can get those and just live here. You don't have to be flooded or anything. So it's a fantastic product. A lot of people are taking advantage of it locally.
Cool, awesome. So what are rates doing right now? What do they look like, and how do you foresee, or do you foresee any changes into the fourth quarter of 2017?
Well, rates have pretty much been flat. You know, after the first of the year, they kind of ticked up a little bit, but they've pretty much been flat on a 30-year fix. Generally, it's easy for me to say you're going to get either like in the high 3s or low 4s. So they have been absolutely fantastic. And we really kind of foresee them not really going up the rest of the year. Pretty much staying level. And they've really been great, historically low for probably 6-7 years now. It's been fantastic. It really has.
Still a great time to buy, still great rates going on. So definitely still a good time to do that.
Absolutely. And we do anticipate in the near future them going up. Don't know exactly when. So if you're looking to buy, this is a great time to do it.
Awesome. Thanks so much for the tips and the help, and we appreciate you joining us. If we can be of any help or answer any questions, I'm Michelle, 225-800-3031, and Lance?
I'm Lance Hollingsworth of GMFS, 225-214-5068.
Thanks again for joining us.